Partnerships are vital to our global outreach, enabling us to take the love and hope of Jesus Christ to those who need it most. Our Boots on the Ground Partnership Program physically ministers to those in desperate situations all over the world. The Israel Partnership furthers Kim's legacy of outreach to Israel and Jewish people worldwide. We invite you to become a partner today. Join us today and be part of a community that inspires hope, brings restoration to life, and often healing from the past. Together, we can make a difference, and we thank you for your ongoing support.
Shabbat Shalom, Israel partners and Abraham friends, and welcome to our weekly report. Today I'm not going to talk too much. I would like to let somebody else speak, maybe on my behalf, maybe on behalf of a lot of people in Israel, and I would say also on behalf of a lot of people in America. Today I would like to give the stage to an interview with Professor Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz is one of the most prominent and most brilliant brains in America, professor of Harvard, who's been an advisor for a lot of people, a lot of administrations, political advisor, as well as legal advisor. And he's analyzing the situation between the United States administration and the current situation of the war of Gaza and what's happening between America and Israel. And I would like to link it and connect it to the prophecy of our beloved late Kim Clement, who spoke about these very times when Israel will have to face the world and stand alone. Even United States is going to turn its back on Israel. I'm not saying that the United States and the American people are turning their back on Israel, because I know that for the vast majority of Americans are standing together with Israel. But this bad administration with Biden and Kamala Harris, and it's coming from the mouth of a man who testified himself as somebody who voted for the Democratic Party ever since 1960, and it's the first time in his life that he's considering not to vote for them ever again. Listen to what he has to say about how America is throwing Israel under the bus, how it's abandoning Israel. I want you, everyone who loves Israel, who cares for us, to wake up right now. Once you hear it from somebody who's been inside the American administration for so many years as a political advisor, who knows everything in the US and everything in Israel, what's happening here, I want you to listen to this man. And please, guys, all of you that are watching us right now, you are Israel partners. Most of you, I would say, Israel partners. If some of you are not, please consider joining us. You can, hit the link down there and join us as an Israel partner, and tell this to all your friends, family members, everybody who wants to hear the truth about what's happening in Israel, what's going on in the spirit, how prophecies of the Bible are coming together in our day and age. Please consider joining us. This will be a great deal, a great help to stand with our ministry, with the House of Destiny and the Israel Partnership, as we are supporting Israel and bringing you only the truth.
Joining us now is renowned American lawyer and Harvard University professor Alan Dershowitz, who's also a confidant of presidents and prime ministers. He's been here for the last 3 days on a whirlwind tour, meeting with top Israeli officials, including Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu himself. Tonight, he's speaking at a special event organized by the Tel Aviv International Salon. The proceeds are going to the Center for Mind, Body, and Medicine, which helps Israelis suffering from PTSD after October 7th. Alan, why are you here in Israel? Who invited you?
I've been invited by the people in the government to hear them and give them advice and talk to them and to tell them the bad news that the situation with the United States is actually much worse than it's been projected on Israeli TV and other TV. For the first time since 1948, Israel is no longer a bipartisan issue. It's become an issue of a partisan nature where many leaders within the Democratic Party, starting with the Vice President, and going down to the obviously majority leader of the Senate and many senators in the squad, have turned the Democrats really against Israel. And indeed, the Democratic actions, including the action not vetoing the Security Council resolution, will end up costing Palestinian lives, costing Israeli lives, and hurting the prospects for the release of hostages. It was a terrible decision, and you might know that why it was terrible by just saying it was welcomed by Hamas. Hamas applauded the American decision and applauded the United Nations Security Council resolution. And if you're Hamas, why make a deal with Israel? You're getting everything you need without giving anything up. So this is much worse, and it reflects in the future. I think from now on, Israel has to assume that if the Democrats win, they lose, and if the Republicans win, they win. Particularly hard for a liberal Democrat like me, who would like to vote Democrat, but could never pull the lever for anybody, whether it be Biden or Harris, who hurts Israel's chances of winning this war against Hamas and bringing some semblance of peace to the region.
Now, I understand you had some very sensitive meetings during your trip here. Can you give us some exclusive information from those meetings? What can you tell us?
Well, I heard everything from everybody. I'm not free to disclose, the obviously advice I gave or the information I got. I can just tell you that I learned a great deal, some of which I knew, some of which I didn't know. And it confirmed my view that the United States is making a terrible mistake. What Biden is doing is not only immoral, it's stupid. It may very well cost him the election because he is mortgaging the pro-Israel vote, which is very powerful in the United States. The vast majority of Americans support Israel. He's mortgaging that vote for a small number of Muslims and Arabs in Michigan, and for a larger number of younger people, many of whom live in states that are not contested, like New York and California. But if I were his political advisor, and I were an amoral political advisor, I would say to him, do not abandon Israel. Forget about the morality. It's immoral to do so, and it will cost lives, as I said. But it's politically dumb. He's getting very bad advice. I've spoken to pollsters in the United States who've worked for both the Democrats and the Republicans, and they all agree with me that abandoning Israel is bad politics. But for some reason, people are whispering in his ear and are getting to him and had him make this just awful decision about not vetoing the Security Council resolution. It's a resolution that will endanger the lives of hostages, endanger the lives of people in Gaza. If Biden had simply stuck with his original views that he said on October 7th, 8th, and 9th, this war would be over and the hostages would have been returned, because Hamas will know they couldn't win. They couldn't divide America from Israel. But now that Hamas thinks it's winning, and remember, it doesn't define winning by how many soldiers, how many terrorists are killed, doesn't care about that, or how many Gazans are killed, or how many children are killed. It only defines winning by weakening Israel. And the United States government has helped it weaken Israel and weaken the connection between Israel and the United States. So Hamas is not going to do anything. It's no accident, no surprise that Hamas pulled away from the bargaining table and rejected Israel's over-generous offer of a temporary ceasefire in exchange for 40 hostages and hundreds and hundreds of Palestinian murderers. Of course Hamas turned it down. If I were Hamas's advisor, I would have turned it down too.
Alan?
And it's all because of the Biden administration.
57% of Israelis in a poll that just came out today think that Netanyahu's performance since October 7th has been subpar. What role do you think that this Israeli government is playing in what we're seeing as a deterioration of relations between the United States and Israel? Quick answer here.
Well, what would anybody do differently? All the protesters protest because they protest Netanyahu personally. But when it comes to telling Netanyahu what to do differently, I've heard very, very few very good ideas.
All right, Alan, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure that we'll have you back soon and here in Israel again for continued meetings with some of Israel's top officials.
We have a new episode on Real Life, Real Faith, and we are discussing witchcraft versus the prophetic. You do not want to miss this, so I would encourage you to go right now and watch the new episode. You can go to real-faith.tv, or you can just follow the link on the bottom of your screen, and we will see you right there.
You asked and we listened. We've taken your suggestions and we've made our already amazing Prill bed sheets even better. As a thank you, we're bringing these to you for as low as $24.98 with your promo code. And our new line of Prill bed sheets include everything you loved about our original sheets. Lightweight, durable, breathable, and they sleep cool and crisp. But now, because of you, they're made with 100% long staple cotton and the highest thread count to date. These sheets are softer and more durable than ever before. Plus, they come in all these new colors and styles. And you'll be getting 5-star luxury sheets delivered directly to your front door for as low as $24.98. Not only that, they come with our 10-year warranty and the 60-day money-back guarantee. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen now. Use your promo code to save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. This introductory offer won't last long, so please order now.
We here at the House of Destiny are partnering with you to let our viewers, of course, know about your company. It's Beverly Hills Precious Metal.
Andrew, explain how that works.
So I'll walk you through it right now. So if you go to bh-pm.com, right there on the homepage, you'll see a form that you could fill out. And that form is very important in letting us know how we can help you. So you just put in your first name, last name, email address, phone number. There's a section that says, how did you hear about us? And in there, put Kim Clement. And then there's a portion where you could write a couple of notes down on the bottom. Usually within about 24 to 48 hours, we'll contact you by phone call, and then we'll go over everything with you. This isn't a high-pressure deal. We always recommend that if you feel uncomfortable, take a step back, pray about it. You will gain the answers that you need by doing that, and come back to us when you're comfortable.